Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. I'm back with another lesson, and the title of this lesson will be Gird Up Thy Loins Like a Man, because we're quickly approaching the time of persecution, and this devil is going to come down with great wrath, and our faith is going to be tested. You know, we have to walk through that straight gate, walk through that fire, and stand boldly like a lion, you know, because we understand that we're going to scarcely be saved. Through much tribulation, we're going to enter the kingdom of heaven. And we have to be prepared for that. We have to be prepared for that war, that battle. And I'm going to play a clip, and then I get to some precepts, and we'll flow in the spirit. And before I play the clip, I'll say fair use, fair use.
Hey, America, here's a video of a Navy vet getting visited by Texas police for criticizing Is Not Real online. We're cooked. It's happened. I told you. I fucking told you. No one wanted to listen.
Try that again.
We're here because of the comments you made online about the Jewish community.
So what?
No, I'm saying, are you?
I have a freedom of speech, dude.
Yeah, no, we get rid of it.
I get that.
We gotta make sure that you're not.
Do you get a warrant?
No, that's why we're
Okay,
here.
you see that sign? See how it says no soliciting? What you're doing is basically soliciting. You understand that, right? Yeah. It means you're not welcomed here. Okay. Bye. Stay off the lawn, please. This is what they're doing, guys. You make comments about the Jews online, they'll fucking show up at your door. This is what they do. This is freedom of speech. This is how much control Israel has over our country.
Hey,
Hey, Khan. So you see that these agents went to this retired veteran's house over making some comments about the Ish people, the small hats, and this guy's not even in the truth. Now imagine us. We go out there week in and week out prophesying the truth, exposing these devils. So you best believe Esau is gonna come after us, you know? He's gonna come up with the narrative to demonize us, and he's gonna come after us. And are you gonna stand in that fire? You know, I always say this, it's easy to praise Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai when things are going smooth. But when that hell comes, when the persecution and trials come, are you gonna stand there boldly for the Lord, or are you gonna fold? So we really gotta count the cost, because who knows, you know, what path the Lord laid before us, but our faith is going to be tested. But through it all, we have to remember that he's not going to forsake us. So let's get some precepts. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. So yeah, they're going to make us offenders for this truth. You know, this truth is going to be labeled hate speech. And that persecution is going to come. You know, people don't want to hear the truth. We live in a very feminine society. And the truth is considered hate speech. And especially for these Ish people, you know, they call it anti-Semitism. So yeah, man, they're getting ready to crack down on this ministry. And that's going to lead to the famine of the word. Because ultimately it's the Lord shutting this ministry down and preparing his men for that straight gate, that narrow path. So let's get the next precept. It's the book of Matthew chapter 5, verses 10 through 12. It reads, Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And that's beautiful, man. These are the precepts that we have to remember, memorize, have in your heart when you're going through these things. Verse 11, Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So yeah, man, the suffering is our rite of passage. That's how we're gonna initiation to the kingdom, so to speak. You know, this is a rite of passage, going through this fire. The Lord's refining us and preparing us to get on that chariot. Lord willing, we make it to that day. And if we have to be put to death, hey, that's also an honor, because you're gonna receive glory in the kingdom. You're gonna receive you're gonna have an everlasting name in the kingdom, pursuant to the book of Ecclesiasticus Sirach. Wisdom shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. So we have nothing to fear, man. We understand we have to go through these things, but hey, the Lord is not gonna forsake us, and we have faith in that. Let's get I'm gonna jump down. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So yeah, we don't fear this. We don't fear these things. We understand some of us might be put to death. Some of us might get thrown in prison or concentration camp. Hey, but through it all, that's what we have to go through to inherit the kingdom of heaven, and Lord willing, make it on to that chariot, Yahweh's chariot. So we do these lessons to build ourselves up and edify the flock, that we're not alone. The angels are watching us. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is watching us, looking after us, and we just have to go through these things. This Job chapter 38 and verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. So hey, prepare for battle, Akim. Prepare for battle. The battle of good versus evil. Esau versus Jacob. Jacob versus Esau. And the victory is written. In the book of Revelation, the victory is written. We have the victory. We just have to endure and have faith. Have the spirit of a lion, man. The Lord is going to give his elect men that cold spirit to endure. We're going to be a battle axe unto the Lord. So let's get Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's heavy, man. We really have to count the cost and really examine what we're in. We really have to examine what we're in, because this is the highest calling of a man possible, being a prophet unto the Lord. And the devil is going to do everything in his power. Esau, Edom, is going to do everything in his power to kill you, to kill your family, go after you, just how he did the Israelites. That's how Pharaoh went after the Israelites in ancient Egypt. This is a modern day Egypt, and best believe modern day Pharaoh is going to come after us. But through it all, the Lord is not going to forsake his elect, and we have nothing to fear. Gird up thy loins like a man. The point of this lesson, topic of this lesson. Let's get Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. You see that? So the enemy is going to come in like a flood. That's guaranteed. You're in this truth, or just by simply liking these videos, watching these videos, you're already involved. So this ain't entertainment. This is preparing your spirit for battle, to endure until the end. And the Lord's going to give some of his men spiritual power to protect the elect women and children, and to combat Esau Edom's technology, these robots, these AI. Man, it's going to get real. It's going to get real sci-fi, real sci-fi, a time like never before. We're going to see things that if you're not in this truth, you're going to bug out. But we're preparing our minds for this. the last precept I had. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. And this is a precept that I'm constantly replaying in my mind, because sometimes, you know, you're in this flesh, you get put in a certain situation, you want to exit that situation as quick as possible, but we have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, learn to walk through that fire, be in that fire, take a deep breath, and just fucking hang in there, man. Because if you're gonna panic, you're gonna bug out. Nah, we're gonna be put in certain situations and you just have to endure. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So this suffering, this work we did for the Lord is not going to be in vain, because we're going to be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Yeah, and so once they mandate that RFID microchip, MOTB, we're going to be outcast in this society. We're not going to be able to participate in this new world order. So we're going to be considered the lowest of the low in the society. But hey, what's that precept? The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. I gotta remember that precept. But hey, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And this is a beautiful chapter to have in mind when we're going through these things, man. And the last precept, jump down to verse 10. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And we have the true names. We have the doctrine. We have all the keys to success. We have the keys to make it. So it's up to us. And ultimately you're predestined. But ultimately whoever is predestined to make it is going to make it. But we got to put on as the elect. We have to give it our all. And make sure no man takes our crown. So we're in some very serious times, some very beautiful times, and endure. We're so close to the end. Man, so many things are happening, man. So many things are happening. The what's that word? The energy in the air. What's that word I'm looking for? I forget the word I'm looking for, but pretty much, fuck, Salakia. I really want to get this word out to make sense. Well, I cannot, my mind is going blank, but the energy in the air is we know something's about to go down. We know something's about to go down. So endure and stay prayed up, and now's the time to go hard for the Lord. So I pray this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. On to the next lesson, Shalom.